Breathe into your hands. This is Morning Breath. I'm Jane Clementine, and you're watching our season premiere.
Live from Studio One, this is Morning Breath.
Welcome everyone to the first ever episode of Morning Breath. I'm Chase Banger and you're watching a show for students by students. This season we've got a lot of cool things on the go. We're sending our crews out around Conestoga and the KW region throughout the semester to show students the ins and outs of student life.
That's right, and to start things off, we actually sent Chase recently to a local brewery. This kind of sort of hidden gem is a cooperative brewing company, which means it's a place that you're not going to want to miss. And it sets itself apart from everything else. It's located near downtown Kitchener, and it's not a place that you're going to want to miss. Here's the pour. Fresh beer.
Together We're Bitter, or TWB, is a brewing co-op located on Mill Street near downtown Kitchener. Armed with plenty of parking and located less than a kilometer from the Iron Horse Trail and near a future LRT stop, TWB is a prime place for students to come toe the waters of the world of craft beer.
We have a slate of beers for everybody. You're never really rushed here. You can come and explore and learn.
Canali is one of 6 worker owners who own and operate the co-op. They each offer a unique skill set and make decisions together when it comes to the brewery's direction. Many of them have backgrounds in education, making this a good place to learn about beer for anyone. They are also deeply rooted in their community. Kitchener, home to the second largest Oktoberfest in the world, has a rich German history, and TWB is an important part of it.
We are right between the Concordia Club and the Transylvania Club, and so it's a really good location for that. If you're going between Fest Hollands, it's a great spot for us, and you can get locally made German ale.
Head brewer Peter Collins helps to make this a reality. Soon, he will be the first new worker owner outside of the original 6. Outside of being a cooperative, Together We're Bitter has a unique business model in that they are not interested in producing beer on a large scale.
You can't get us in the LCBO, you can't find us in the beer store. We do have some kegs and some taps that are out at various restaurants and pubs, but that's also limited distribution. So generally the beer that we're producing you can only get here.
The brewery has enjoyed high demand for their beers through different events and retail sales. From their typical rotation of 8 taps, they only had 5 when we visited them due to high demand. Students who want to enjoy their beer should get it while it's hot, or rather, get it while it's cold. For Morning Breath, this has been Chase Banger.
That was awesome, and I really want to check that place out. Peter and Cullum seem like the nicest guys.
Yeah, they were fantastic. So the way TWB works, Together We're Bitter, it's a co-op. So they're both actually workers, they work every day, and they're also owners. So they're super knowledgeable and they really have a high stake in the actual business as well.
So you were able to go behind the scenes then with them, right?
Yeah, they were unbelievably accommodating. So we went in there, we went to go interview them, just took up a lot of their time basically. And then after all that was said and done, they gave us a tour, they showed us around, they let us film more stuff. And then once we were off the clock a little bit as well, they even offered us to try some of their beer for free as well, which was really, really great.
What was your favorite?
My personal favorite I would say is the Wobbly Wheel. It's an IPA, so it's kind of right in the niche of beers that are in right now. It's got a really aromatic flavor to it and they're a little bit strong, so you typically only want to have 1 or 2.
Nice. I'm not super into beer, but that sounds like something I might want to try. Maybe we'll have to go this weekend. I also quickly want to introduce you guys to our brand new intern, Brendan. Wave to the cameras, Brendan. Good job. We sent Brendan out this week to find creative ways for students to get their workouts in without actually having to go to the gym. Tell us more about that, Brendan.
Thanks, Jane. So some friends and I actually wanted to get a quick workout in, but we were kind of bored of just going to the gym. So yeah, we were feeling like bad axes this week, so we decided what better way to get our workout in than by going to throw some axes. Let's go see how that went.
Hello everyone, we're here at Max's Sports World for our first edition of Fitness for Fun. Today we're doing some axe throwing. So Brendan, could you tell us, since it's the first edition, what Fitness for Fun is all about?
So what Fitness for Fun is we're going to be going out and about to different locations and doing some activities that you wouldn't usually consider doing. These activities, of course, are going to be more fun than just going to your local gym or just doing some push-ups or sit-ups at home. So let's get started and see how it goes.
We caught up with Tyler from Max's, and he gave us some info on how axe throwing can benefit you mentally and physically while you're in school.
Axe throwing can be a lot of stress relief if you look at it like that. I mean, it works out your body, your shoulders. It's better than sitting home, sitting on your video games. You know, it actually gets you outside and enjoying the nice weather, and so it's pretty good.
So as you saw with Evan, he has been getting good with his form and his aspect. I, on the other hand, have been kind of straying away from the path and trying some more unique shots, such as this. As the evening is coming to an end, so is our time here at Max's. For Fitness for Fun, I am Brendan.
And I'm Evan.
And we're gonna leave you guys with what we've learned.
Honestly, I had a blast. I would definitely go back, and they have a huge outdoor facility to make use of. It was only $15 for a half an hour. You can't really go wrong with that. The only downside was that Evan absolutely destroyed me, but other than that, it was a blast. We have to take a short break right now, but we'll be right back after this.
Next up, Rudy visits a local musician to get some new thoughts on how music can help reduce stress. Check it out after the break.
And welcome back to Morning Breath. We are now going to talk about music and studying at the same time. Does listening to music actually help with studying? Does it hurt your ability to study effectively? I don't know. That's why I'm here with the expert Adrienne Moore from Counselling Services. How are you today, Adrienne?
I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for having me on the show.
Thanks for joining us. So just a couple questions that we have for you. So what we all want to know is, does music help students focus or help them better with studying well in college?
Yes, actually it does. They found that music helps students feel less stressed. It releases the feel-good neurotransmitter called dopamine, and it helps them with learning and recall. So there's a lot of different things that music can help with students.
Very nice.
Studying.
So would you say the type of music at all helps or hinders a student while studying?
Okay. Well, there's been a lot of studies on looking at more like the soothing tones, the relaxing, meditative tones. But some of the other studies looked at preference and whether or not a student plays an instrument or not. So a student who plays an instrument might do well with their learning with positive music. With recall, they need more neutral tones. And students, it's the opposite for students who don't play an instrument.
Yeah. And would you say that's, with that being said, there are some hinderers when it comes to listening to music, or it's all personal preference, really?
You know, some of the myths out there is that hardcore punk rock music tends to increase agitation and irritability, but actually they found for those people who like that preference of music, it helps them to feel calm and happy, helps them work through emotions. So it really depends on the individual's music preference, their pleasure and interest of what it is that they're listening to.
Very nice. Is there anything else that you would potentially like to add to this interview?
Yeah, music does a lot to help you with your exercise. So your running performance, biking, helps you to feel better, happier. It helps you to work through some of those uncomfortable, unpleasant feelings, gets you through to the other side. Just overall helps your mood in general.
Nice.
Yeah.
And would you say music also helps with doing other tasks while in college?
So if you have some of those unpleasant tasks like chores that you have to get done or cleaning up, music can help improve your mood, helps you to speed that process up a little bit. So it helps with sleep if you're listening to more of the soothing tones or a relaxed melodic beat. It helps you to fall asleep if you're having difficulty on those nights when you're stressed. Listening to music is good.
And so where can students find counseling services?
At the Dune campus, we're in room 1A 101, but we have counseling located at the Cambridge, Waterloo, and Guelph campus.
Very nice.
Yes.
So thank you very, very much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us. It's really great to be part of this.
Speaking of using music as a means of relaxation during study periods, Rudy went out to visit a young local music artist to also hear her thoughts on the topic. Welcome to Ear Candy. I'm Rudy Nugteren, and I'm here with Paige Warner. Paige, how are you doing?
Good, yourself?
Doing well.
I've loved music since I was probably 3. I grew up in a really musical household, so I've loved it since then. I started playing music probably 5 years ago, seriously. Yeah.
Do you think that music can help students relieve stress and pass their courses?
I would definitely say so, especially while you're actually studying. I think music can help you stay focused, especially because people these days are very prone to needing more than one thing happening at one time just because of social media and all that. We get distracted easily. I have a few friends that use classical music while they're studying, and they love it.
Could you show us one of the songs that you like to play on the piano?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's do it.
I was shy and you were light. I was insecure and you made me feel hot. Everyone laughed, you were such a clown. But you are a charmer, so now I'm forgot.
What would you say to a student who wants to or is pursuing music themselves?
I heard a really good quote that for every 100 songs, there's one good one that comes out of that. So I think you just have to realize that the failure is a step towards a success. Please don't look at me, I'll fall in love.
That was music to my ears. We have to take a short break, but we'll be back in just a moment.
Next, learn some tips and tricks on how to give a new look to your old nightstand. And you can skip the ramen this week. We're going to show you how to cook a real meal on a budget. All that and more after the break.
Welcome back to Morning Breath. You're just in time for our next segment, Ballin' on a Budget, a budget-friendly, do-it-yourself guide for students. First off, Shannon Rowley is going to give us some expert advice about how to match furniture and create a positive energy in your space. Afterwards, I'm going to catch up with Julie about how she used Shannon's advice to make a cheap one-night stand.
My name is Shannon Rowley. I'm a student at Conestoga College in the 2-year interior decorating program. Usually cool colors go well with other cool colors, so grays, blues, greens, and warm colors with warm colors, so yellows, oranges, reds, and it harmonizes everything, and black and white goes with everything, so you can use those to stabilize the whole scheme. There's a lot of push towards floral patterning right now. My favorite trending decor by far is the little ottoman poofs. So it's just basically a large pillow, and it's filled with stuffing, and it's used as an ottoman, so it's more compact than a pillow. With a nightstand, especially if you're buying it used, which most college students would be, you'd have to take it apart and sand it down, change the knobs on it, so find something that you like, and then color-wise, I'd go with something that's gray, because gray is trending right now, huge, and it's a cooler color, so it can go with blue, green, anything that's cool. For nightstands, they're not usually a focal piece in a room, so if you want to add a more focal element to it, then you can add a patterned lamp or something on top of it that'll accent it a little bit more. Nightstands usually have only drawers or only shelves, so if you can find one that has a drawer and a shelf, then it would be perfect, because then you have both the pull-out storage and the opening storage, so it's more convenient to store different sized items. And for your storage, you want to make sure that you have it organized, because that's the number one thing with storing anything. If it's just a drawer full of junk, it doesn't work.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Julie.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so you actually made this yourself.
Yeah, we did. We bought that nightstand off of Kijiji for like $10.
That's awesome. So originally it was brown then?
Yeah, it was. And we had to like sand everything down and spray paint it with the paint that we bought from Walmart.
So with the color choices that you went with, is that from Shannon's advice or is that the decor that's in your room right now?
A bit of both, actually. We followed Shannon's advice. She said gray is really trending right now, and to accent it with a cool color, so we picked blue. And my bedroom's actually all white with accents of blue and gray to begin with, so it kind of just went well with my aesthetic.
Yeah, I like that theme that you went with. So you brought some items in today to tell us a little bit about how you could do this yourself at home, but a little bit different from the advice or what you created, but with using Shannon's advice.
Yeah.
So tell me a bit about the spray paint. How do you use it, and what do you do with it?
Okay, so if you're gonna spray paint anything like wood, you want to sand it down first. And so you would just follow the instructions in the can, you shake well and like spray even coats over it. And if you're wanting to go for like a metallic look, you can use the copper. Copper is very popular right now, especially matching it with marble.
I'm a huge fan of copper, so.
It is very nice to look at. But if you're wanting like a more muted, toned down, kind of calming effect, you would go for like the cooler tones and the matte and glosses. And the metallic though was about $9, and these two were about $7 each. And you can pair it with this marble sticky sheet that you buy from the dollar store for like $1.25. And marble is super popular with interior design right now as well.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's so easy to upcycle something to make it look like you just bought it right from a store.
Yeah.
And so on top of it, you brought in some items that are really, really on trend. Can you tell me a bit about these?
So succulents and cacti, they're very popular right now, and it's better to get fake ones. I know for myself personally, I don't have the greenest of thumbs, but they're really cheap. You can get them from like Winners. We bought these from Winners for a really low price, and they're just nice and cute and kind of bring a little bit of green and life into your room, even if they are fake. And we got a geode, also from Winners. Geodes, crystals, rocks, they're really pretty to have, and a lot of times people say they have like healing or soothing energies, and I actually have my own collection growing in my room, so yeah.
That's amazing. Well, I love everything that you did, and I love the little accents that you can put on top of it.
Yeah.
You can really create anything for yourself.
Yeah.
I'd really love to see what you guys create, so send us what you've made using Shannon's and Julie's advice on Instagram. I'd love to see everything that you create. I love DIYs. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on today.
Thanks for having me.
Wonderful.
Thanks for the info, ladies. You know what I want to make up myself is some budget-friendly meals for the week. We sent the Grubhub team out to a local restaurant to show us how it's done.
Obi's Bar and Grill is a quaint and homely restaurant that sports a whole host of foods for their customers to try, as well as themes that vary from day to day, like date night and wings night, which are great for students.
We've been open for almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in December. And we've got a nice little community restaurant here. People are really starting to catch on, which is nice.
Thomas Parent, the head sous chef at Obi's Bar and Grill, took us behind the scenes to introduce a new way of cooking on a budget to ensure that students can eat healthy and be successful all year long.
Yeah, so, you know, depending on the ingredients and where you buy them, you know, if you buy a couple, if you buy one red and one green pepper, you know, that's probably going to cost you $1 each, maybe less. Head of cauliflower, broccoli, you're looking at $2 to $3. You know, red onion, the whole kit and caboodle, you're looking anywhere between $10 and $15, including the noodles, maybe a little bit of garlic. But that's not just for one meal. That could last you a week, depending on how much you cook, how many people you're cooking for. So it's not just a one-time deal. So you're looking about $10 to $15, and it can last you a couple days, which is nice.
All right, guys. So now I'm going to be trying out the stir fry that Thomas here down at Obi's made for me. I'm so excited to try this. It smells amazing, and I hope it tastes as good as it smells. It absolutely does taste as good as it smells. All the flavors, like the different spices and the different vegetables and the noodles, they're all blending together. It's like a party in my mouth. I think everyone should come down to Obi's. It's at the corner of Pine Bush and Franklin, right out off the roundabout in the Shell Plaza. Everyone should come down and try out their different foods.
Well, thanks, Matt, for the great advice. I would say stir fries are definitely a student staple. What I found out actually is that Obi's doesn't serve the stir fry. That was a Morning Breath exclusive for our Grubhub team. So thanks to Obi's for that one. If you're not against eating the same thing a few times a week, meal prepping is such a great way to save money. I know that you're big into meal prepping, Jane.
Huge into meal prepping. A lot of the times if I'm at school or I'm on the go, probably wouldn't be eating if I didn't have my meal prepped.
Absolutely. It's really nice if you do have spare time through the week just to stop and kind of get everything ready on this at the same time. And then if you do have a longer day, you don't end up eating out or spending more money that way. You just get home, you pop it open and reheat it that way. If you shop on sale, if you don't buy more than you can eat, and if you buy local, it's a really cost-effective way. Now we have to take a quick snack break, but you're not going to want to miss what's coming up next. Let's check it out.
After the break, Joey visits SportsLink to get some insider info on the hottest new gear for your favorite sports. Stay tuned to find out next.
Welcome back to Morning Breath. Now we're going downtown Kitchener to SportsLink, where Keith is going to introduce us to the latest soccer footwear and apparel. Let's see what's in store for all you soccer fanatics out there.
With more than enough different styles of footwear to choose from, we are about to see which pairs of footwear are better than others. Employees here at SportsLink are always eager to help you find the correct equipment that you are looking for, and are always going to greet you with a friendly, warm welcome. With this new footwear, you'll be sure to look your very best while out there on the field. Most of these products all have a very bright neon color to them that will always having you look sharp and hopefully distracting the goaltenders as you come in to shoot on net.
First up, I want to show you the Adidas Nemesis 17 Plus, the 360 agility. As you can see here, there are no laces, so it is just a compressed feel, very comfortable on your foot for a great touch. Next up here, I got the Nike Mercurial Superfly. As you can see here, this version has a high-end sock on it. All that is just a compression sock that's really comfortable on your foot, and this is the CR7 version.
Apparel is always something that an individual and a team can be passionate about. The apparel here at SportsLink is of very good quality, and if purchased, will be an item that you can treasure for a long period of time.
So now we're in our replica jersey section, so I will show you guys a couple of jerseys. So the first one I'll show you is the Adidas Manchester Away jersey, and they are obviously in the English Premier League and one of our most popular teams. We also have teams in La Liga, so this is Real Madrid home long sleeve jersey, another very popular one, and we do also customize them. As you can see here, we've got a customized Barcelona Messi jersey. We also do international teams, so Portugal, England, Brazil, and that there is the jerseys from the Euro Champs of 2016.
Welcome back, guys. Well, that's all we have for today, but be sure to catch us on our social media. He's at Chase Banger, and I'm at Jennifer on Instagram. It's like Jennifer kind of mixed with Jane. You'll see it. And don't forget to have your coffee, and we've been your hosts today. I'm Jane De Silva, he's Chase Banger, and that's Brendan James. Enjoy a minty fresh day, and don't forget to brush your teeth.